Oh boy, I was wrong about this one. I've been told time and time again that I would love Stardew Valley, that it'd be the game for me. So upon my first recommendation, I gave it a go. I go through the motions, our grandpa dies, but after that I just couldn't get into it. I then gave it a second go, I killed grandpa again and got a few more hours into it, but sadly it just didn't hold my attention past the second or third hour mark. Again, I just couldn't get into it. My last attempt about a year ago saw me booting it up again, going through grandpa's death for the third time, and at this point I'm feeling pretty guilty about how many times I've killed this guy. Nevertheless, on my third attempt, I stopped about 30 minutes in, and it was at this point that I just decided this game was just not right for me. I couldn't understand the hype, the obsession, the cravings to go back into this world. I tried multiple times to talk to friends who played this, and they assured me that it gets better, but I just couldn't see what the attraction was. Or so I thought. I don't know what it was, I don't know why, but for some reason I felt compelled to play it once more. I picked it up on the Switch this time instead of the PC, and I even watched a bunch of tutorials and tip videos for a game that I hadn't even bought at this point. But to me, there was something different about this playthrough. Something calming washed over me. The music, the ambience, this was the one. This was the playthrough I commit to. It's the one that hooks me. It all clicked and the game's appeal finally started to make sense. I came to realize I was simply just wrong about the game. It wasn't just a mindless farming sim devoid of any real substance. It was, in fact, a game filled to the brim with so much to explore and so much to offer, and it also had so much heart. Now, just for some context, the first few times I played this game, I always felt like there was some kind of roadblock or annoyance put in front of me just as I was trying to learn to simply play the game. It felt like the game was going out of its way to stop any progression. You dig a few holes or you cut a few trees down, and within a few hours you're ready to faint. If you stay up past 2 AM, you black out and the things that you've collected are now gone. It almost felt like I was being punished for wanting to play and progress more. But this is where I had a paradigm shift which made this playthrough different from the last three. My first few days were incredibly rocky. I was first greeted by Robin, the music kicks in, and I instantly felt right at home. Apart from my dumbass not realizing there was a character limit to the farm, so my clubhouse became Club Her. You're then told, hey, you thought your life in the office was tedious? Well, look at what we have for you here. Weeds. Start cleaning. And cleaning I did, but not before Robin called my house crusty. Really good first impression there, Robin. Really nice introduction to the nice neighborhood. As I said, it was an incredibly rocky start. I was using the wrong tools at the wrong items, I was missing items completely, and I even completely ruined this entire farm by planting this one seed out of order. But as I cleaned my farm, became exhausted, it hit me. The balance of energy consumption and progress became suddenly apparent. There was a strategy to this game. It was a matter of risk and reward. How far do you go out? How late do you stay up for the prospects of success? It no longer felt like the game was trying to limit my adventure or my progress. It was telling me I needed to plan my days. I needed to become more efficient in those days, and everything I achieve is a direct result of my own efforts and planning. I no longer saw passing out at 2 AM or low energy levels as a restriction. I saw, especially the need to sleep, as a bookend to a successful day. This is a country life sim after all, and every day it must come to an end. Each new day brings new challenges, new forecasts, new activities, and new things to do. When I began to look at this game through that lens, I truly began to appreciate just how much, or if I so choose, how little I got done in a day. It made each day feel unique, and when I achieved a lot of what I set out to do in that day and made it home by 2 AM, it just made that day feel all the more rewarding. I could look back and say that was a great day. I can't wait to see what tomorrow holds as the screen fades to black. Would my crops be ready? Will it be a new season where entirely new items are waiting for me? It was a restart, it was a refresh, a revitalization on a daily occurrence. This game does such an amazing job of making you feel like you're progressing, whether you're just going out and working on your farm, going to the mines, unlocking different areas, or just working on the community center. Once I started unlocking new areas and started forming true relationships with the townfolk, I realized I never really knew how much there actually was to do in this game. And all of this, the game, the music, everything, was done by one person. I would wake up in the morning thinking, what can I do today? I would turn on the TV, get my forecast, and get my luck for the day, and plan accordingly. If it was a lucky day, I'd be off to the mines. If not, I could work on the relationships, I could fish, I could level up other skills. There was just always something to do. As every day went by, I would progress further and further to my goals. I became that little bit more efficient and that little bit more effective in what I set out to do. It's such a good feeling, and I can't believe that for $15, I'm gonna say it, boys, it really makes you feel like a farmer. There's really just something so special about starting on your farm and then looking at it a few seasons later just to see how far it has come. And all of this has been a result of your own hard work. It's truly rewarding. I have loved every minute of this game. I've loved upgrading the different items and seeing what I can yield from my efforts. I've also loved being able to use some of my upgraded items to unlock new areas. It really gave a complete sense of progression, and it was so rewarding once I got into it. Now I know I've barely scratched the surface as to what this game has to offer, and I do know that there are other areas in this game that I've shown in this video, and I know I haven't even come close to experiencing what lies ahead, but I can clearly and wholeheartedly say that I was completely and utterly wrong about this game. I can see the appeal, I can see why it holds such a special place in many gamers' hearts, and I can understand the feeling of belonging and community. I can also see why, after so many years, Stardew Valley remains one of the best in its field. I can't wait to discover what else this game has to offer. My only regret with this game was not sticking with it throughout the first 3 playthroughs. I could have experienced all that this game had to offer much earlier on. So in summation, I was wrong. Stardew is amazing, and I'm riding off into the sunset with your mum. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you like the video, please go ahead, leave it a like. If you like these kind of videos, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. My social links are in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.